You're listening to On Fire Concerts Artist Interview Series with your host, Ron Johnson.
Hey folks, it's Ron with On Fire Concerts, and I am sitting here today with a gentleman that, if you're not familiar with, you will be. His name is Joey Canyon, singer, songwriter, TV show host, and founder of Canyon Star TV, which you're going to hear about here soon. So
good to be with you, Ron.
And we also got to say, also a member of the Colorado Country Music Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we know you've had Song of the Year, you was Entertainer of the Year, just so many accolades that you have won.
Thank you.
Tell the folks a little bit about the Joey Canyon Show.
The Joey Canyon Show is a show I had an idea for back in 2011, and I thought, I want to do a country music variety show, just like the old variety shows from the 60s and 70s.
Right.
Like the Dean Martin Show and the Marty Robbins Show and the Jimmy Dean Show.
Right.
And I thought, there hasn't been anything like that in a long time. So I had the idea to do that. And I happened to be flying from Denver to Nashville to record, like I've done many times. And I was doing an album in 2011, and I got an appointment with Kelly Kantz, who was the senior VP there at RFD at the time.
Right.
So she gave me some time with her. I spent a half an hour with her, told her about the concept for my show. She thought it was a great idea, and she said, when you get a sizzle ready, she says, send it on over and let us take a look at it. So a few years later, finally got a sizzle reel done.
And Kelly, just real quick, is just the sweetest lady.
Kelly, I have such an affection for as a businesswoman and as a person. Her and her husband Mike are just great people. But long story short, they love the sizzle reel. They put my show on, and Kelly was instrumental in getting my show on. And then a few years later, she left RFD, and now she's the president of Canyon Star TV.
Right. And I've worked with her, and we've communicated once or twice by phone, I think, and numerous times by email, because we are fortunate, and we're going to be talking about the Canyon Star TV in just a minute, but we're fortunate to be on there as well.
Yes, you
with
are.
Our interviews, and we appreciate the opportunity to come in at the ground level.
Well, we're glad to have you there. Absolutely.
But so the Canyon Star TV idea, where did it?
That's another good question. So I had my TV show, the Joey Canyon Show, on for it's about a season and a half, and I just when I went to an hour show instead of a half hour, they wanted to charge me a large amount of money for airtime, and I just said, I'm not going to do that. I said, I'm going to start my own television network. And so I wanted it to be a live streaming network.
Right.
Okay, not a broadcast or cable, but live stream. So I got to work on that. I pulled, not many people do this, but I pulled a very successful TV show off the air to do Canyon Star TV.
Right.
So that's how it started.
That is.
But let me add a little bit to that.
Okay.
Right? I just didn't want to do it just because I didn't want to pay an airtime fee. I wanted family-friendly, wholesome family entertainment back on television again. I felt it was my duty to get out there and put a family in front of their television that was not afraid to see what was on our network.
I was going to be surprised by it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A safe haven for family programming. Yeah.
But it is so amazing. I was looking at it when I first thought about reaching out to you, and you see entertainment, you see movies, you see music stuff, you see Gunsmoke, and I mean, who doesn't love it? I mean, you gotta love it, and it is so amazing with all the stuff you have on there, and I was assuming, and your plans, I'm sure, it's only gonna grow.
Well, we get, and if Kelly was here, she would tell you, she gets new content every single day. We're uploading content.
Right.
And we hope it doesn't stop. But I wanted to put a network out there, Ron, that when people went to it, it's something for everyone.
It truly is, and I mean, I was amazed. I'm a music promoter, and some of the artists that I've worked with, look on there, and you got the Oak Ridge Boys, you got everything. I don't believe there's anything that a family couldn't find on there that a family could watch together.
That's correct.
And I think that is so cool. And you made I misquoted something like that. I will correct now that since you said it told me a better way of putting it. I thought CMT has a lot of stuff, but CMT's, like you said, mostly music videos.
Mm-hmm.
You're more in the line of what TNN used to be.
Yes, we are. Did I pattern myself after it? Maybe just a bit, but it ended up being that way. We're kind of bringing back that feel to it and adding a bunch to that.
It's like, I think Canyon Star TV is going to be like our friend William Lee Golden said that during the pandemic, he said, we turned off the TVs. I quit watching it because of all the negativity.
That's right.
And you don't have that on Canyon Star TV.
Oh, no. This is a safe haven for people to just really, to be entertained.
Right.
You know, in such a family-friendly way, Ron, where, we're going to Canyon Star TV, and they're just happy to be there. And,
when I first heard about it, I thought, let me check it out. You know, so I put it on Roku, and I pulled it up. And I said, Gunsmoke. You know, you got movies, you got just the categories, and it's like you said, there's nothing that you have to worry about. Your kids sitting down and watching and wondering what's going to pop up on there.
Right.
And I think it's a great thing, and I think it's only going to get bigger. And I think that a lot more people are going to learn about it.
We hope so.
And it just, I think it's a great thing.
Thank you.
And tell us about being inducted. We're switching back a little bit, but to the Colorado Country Music Hall of Fame.
You know, I've been a country artist for a real long time, and I just stuck with it and all of that. I mean, I broke in 1976 in Colorado, singing for free, like we all started, you know. And I just hung in there and kept recording a lot and performing, but mostly recording. And then I just started, my first #1 hit on independent networks out there was in 2011. And it just kept growing, and I started getting awards and things. And, now I've got 8 #1 hits, and all of a sudden I get a call from the Colorado Country Music Hall of Fame telling me that you've been nominated to be considered to be in the Hall of Fame there, inducted. And I went, really? And so you said, yeah, and another, I forget, couple of months, we're going to vote for those new members to be inducted. And I got notified, you have been selected to be inducted into the Colorado Country Hall of Fame. And, there's a lot of awards out there and so on, but when you're fortunate to be inducted into anybody's Hall of Fame, you're grateful, and I just was really blessed.
Well, you're being recognized by where you're from and where you started, and your
peers,
mm-hmm. and it's a great thing. It's like a few years ago, it was funny. I've been promoting concerts for 20 years, but I won Media Promotion of the Year at the Josie's Awards,
mm-hmm.
and didn't even know I was nominated. till about a couple of weeks beforehand, and somebody said, "Congratulations on your nomination." But it was a great honor, and people that shows that people. You think, does anybody watch these interviews? Do people do this? And they do.
Certainly do.
And you're just amazed at. I'm amazed at now. Of course, with all the computer stuff now, you can tell how many people's viewing. I mean, and the analytics are crazy.
That's right.
And we get like, our on average for just me doing these things, it's 5,000-6,000 a month. I'm thinking, really? But people, I found they love this stuff, and like you said, it's a wholesome entertainment. It's they learn things about their artists they like, and I'm blessed to do it, and so I know what you're talking about the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And it just, you had a song that, folks, you need to go out there and listen to if you have not heard it yet. It's on country radio.
Oh, that's my most recent #1 hit. This is a song that my producer wrote, Curtis Stone, and a good friend of ours, Richard Howes, wrote this song, and they said, "Joey, we got a song we wrote just for you."
Just for you.
And I said, "Okay, so let's hear it," and whatever. So Curtis came over and just played it on the guitar, and I looked at the lyrics while he was playing, and I'm going, probably after the first verse, I go, "It's done, I'll do it," because it really spoke to me.
Right.
But
it's true.
It's what's going on.
You can't get more accurate than that.
And I'm a traditional country artist, and this just hit me right between the eyes, and I said, "Yeah, I'm doing it."
I'm one of these people that will. I'm bad about saying what I think or what I feel. I tell people, don't ask if you don't want to know. But people that know me, they know. And my thought is, if Merle Haggard was alive today, and of course, if he came to town today, he couldn't make it on country radio.
No.
And that's a shame. I mean, that is really, you people look at you when I say it, people say, "You don't think so?" Mm-hmm. Not on today's country radio.
You're right. You're right.
And I mean, and I'm not.
Oh, you want me to speak to that? Let me tell you something. I had a record promoter here in Nashville try to get on country radio on the mainstreams of country music out there.
Right.
And within a week, they said, "Look, we don't play this stuff. We don't play that." And I said, "Pull it." I said, I'm going back to independent music stations that appreciate what we do.
It is so rare that you think, and I'm one of these. I tell people I listen literally to all kinds of music, except rap. But generally, I mean, I grew up in Memphis, so I like the blues, I like the jazz, I listen to everything. But my thing with today's country has always been and still is not necessarily the music, but call it what it is. Don't call it country if it's not country. And that's the only thing I've got. Really, I'm not knocking nobody. It's just, call it what it is.
I'm the same. I'm the same way. People. That's why they make chocolate and vanilla, so you can have a choice. All right. So, me, I'm not happy that traditional country music has been displaced out of the mainstream radio stations, but that's why you have independent radio stations now.
Yeah, okay. And we're blessed to be tied in with quite a few of those that does things for us every week. There's one that'll call me every week. We talk 15, 20 minutes. And it's just, those are the people that I want to reach anyway. Those are the people that for the shows that we promote, I want to reach. And those are the ones that listen to the country music, what I call real country music.
Right.
And that we've got stations that we are honored to know that does that.
Sure.
And now you got Canyon Star TV, and that you can share with people that has real stuff on there.
We're developing a show for up and coming traditional artists.
That would be a great.
I don't know, likened to, I don't know, The Voice and You Can Be a Star thing and all of that. Well, Canyon Star TV is developing one for traditional up and coming country artists.
That will be a great show.
It's gonna be.
And there need to be something for that, because I can tell you as a promoter, again, just looking back, like we had Gene Watson in Rome, Georgia, just 5 weeks ago or so. One of the requests as a promoter I get, people will come up and say, can you ask so-and-so to do this or to do this for
Sure.
me or my granddaughter? Yeah. This woman come up and said, this is my 11-year-old grandson. First concert he's ever been to in his life, and he picked Gene Watson to go see because he listens to him on YouTube.
Mhm.
So I told Gene that, and of course Gene mentioned him and brought him up to
That's
stage.
great.
And I mean, but 11-year-old following traditional country music, and I'm thinking, man, there's a lot more there that does that than we would think.
Well, you know, when you get down to it, Ron, it's really the parents that kind of introduce
Yeah.
their children to maybe the music they listen to.
Right.
And so they can develop an ear for it, even at 11 years old, even
Yeah.
younger. So it's really what they're exposed to that helps. And hopefully, what we're developing and what we do,
I think
Does a
it
positive.
is going to be a great thing, I'm sure, and as is Canyon Star TV. And folks, if you haven't got on your Roku or Fire Stick or Google
Roku,
Play, or,
Fires, Amazon Fire, and Google and Apple.
and you can watch it
Yeah.
on your computer.
Yeah, you can watch it.
CanyonStar.tv.
So you can't. So you want to sign up, Ron? You go to CanyonStar.tv,
Right.
and you sign up there for free because this is not a subscription. And then you can either watch it on the web or you can go to get the app.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
and then with the app, you can have it on all your devices, and then you can pair it up to your big screen
Right.
at home.
I've got Roku at home.
That's how I watch.
I just went to Roku, searched Canyon Star TV, and there it was.
There it was, yeah.
And so it's there, folks. Please go out there and get it, whatever streaming device you own, and sign up at CanyonStar.tv. And I think if I remember correctly, it was just your email.
It's your email and your own whatever password you want.
password you want, and you're set up.
Yeah.
And but we were just, I was thinking who would be a great interview this month, and then I got to looking at all this, and I thought, and then me and Kelly had spoken,
Right.
And I thought, well, I mean, the founder of Canyon Star TV, and
Right.
I mean, you can learn more from him than what the plans
Thank
are
you.
for it
Thank you, Ron.
down the road. And we know now for the traditional country artists, there's something
Up and coming. Yeah.
and up and coming artists, and there's going to be more, and we are just looking forward to it.
Wonderful.
And so, folks, if you will, go out to CanyonStar.tv, sign up, then go on Canyon Star TV on any of your devices, download it, look at it. The content on there is amazing, from movies to talk shows to hosts like my show, On Fire Concerts on there, Joey Canyon Show. Just go out there and check it out. You won't be disappointed. So, Joey, we appreciate you taking.
Thank you very much, Ron, for having me.
Coming out and talking with. We got to say a big thank you to the Willie Nelson and Friends Museum and General Store here on McGavock, Music Valley. If you've never been out here, folks, this museum is amazing.
It is. I just went through it.
They've got Waylon, Webb Pierce, Porter Wagner, Dolly Parton. They got stuff from everybody here. And Willie, of course, if you haven't been out here, it's Willie Nelson Friends General Store and Museum on McGavock, corner of Music Valley Drive in McGavock, next to the Nashville Palace. So come out and check it out. But in the meanwhile, we thank you, Joey, for being with us. Don't forget Canyon Star TV. Go to CanyonStar.tv to sign up and then download it and watch your favorite shows. Watch our On Fire concert interviews. You'll be impressed with it, and then tell your friends about it. Let's get the word out. And until next time, we'll see you then.